All right, that vetting process to which the Senate leader was referring concerned some of the candidates who Democrats have argued they've been rushing to the confirmation table so quickly that they haven't got their financial disclosure forms out or done, and that is any conflict of interest therein. They include Betsy DeVos, who would be the education secretary pick, Wilbur Ross for Commerce, Ben Carson for HUD, and General John Kelly for Homeland Security. They are the four who have not at least filed as yet their conflict of interest forms and would not be there for the actual committee hearings. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that those forms wouldn't become available when the Senate itself votes on each and all of these individuals, but it does come at a time when there's a debate back and forth as to whether the president-elect and Republicans in general are rushing these names. There is precedent, by the way. Both Barack Obama and George Bush before him, of course, would have as many as 5 confirmation hearings on a single day, as will be the case here. But again, it's getting a lot more scrutiny because either forms aren't in order or there's just a lot of political wound licking. Several other people referring to the fact that the health care repeal effort might be getting stymied here, and we got a hint of that from no less than Rand Paul, the Kentucky senator, former presidential candidate, who told us he too is for repealing the health care law, but he just wants to see a replacement in there immediately so that there is no consternation or confusion. He was also saying that the mechanism by which Republicans are trying to get this thing resolved would add to the deficit and the debt about $3.8 trillion worth conservatively, up to $9 trillion worth on more liberal math over the next 10 years, if it goes through the way Republicans want to go through. It gets kind of gobbledygookish here, but to the Washington Free Beacon's Liz Harrington on all of these cross-currents, barely 11 days now ahead of the inauguration. Let's go first, Liz, to the message the leader is sending, that is Mitch McConnell, on these appointments, that it's going to be fast, it will be, boom, 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 but he doesn't envision any problems, particularly for the military appointees. What do you think?
Yeah, I think he's absolutely right, and I think he made a good point in saying that when Barack Obama came into office in 2009, that he had 7 nominees that were already confirmed on day 1. So I think it should be the same for Republicans, and that's what Majority Leader McConnell is trying to do. And really, Democrats don't have a good argument, especially on the military leaders. They already have the waiver for General Mattis. These are very respected leaders that really they don't have a big argument against, and I think it will be smooth, and Republicans control the Senate. So I think they want to kind of crash in all of these so the Democrats don't have a cohesive message against one of these nominees to derail them.
You know, Donald Trump is at the Trump Tower right now. Let's listen.